All right. All right, we are now back on the record, 28th Circuit Court, Missaukee County. The next file is People of the State of Michigan versus Samantha Kyrese. This is file 23-3416FH. Appearances, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. David Denhousen on behalf of the people.
From Champion, appearing on behalf of Samantha Reese. Samantha is appearing by Zoom from her treatment facility.
She missed court, owed fines, and even had a bench warrant issued. But when she came back, the judge didn't just focus on punishment. He saw progress, treatment completed, sobriety maintained, and real effort made. Instead of jail, probation continued, proving that accountability can still come with compassion.
Did I send her to a treatment facility?
We did, Your Honor.
Well, there was a motion for it. I thought I denied it.
No, after she entered her plea to the violation,
Yeah,
you allowed her to go to treatment.
okay.
She's been in treatment. She's now in sober living. The last time we were before this court, the court indicated that it wanted to continue her treatment until completed and then come back for sentencing.
Yeah, if I see that, because we know Ms. Freer Bento had filed a mitigation report back on October 21st. She was found guilty of a couple probation violations on October 20th.
I did, if the court,
Yeah.
I do have a copy of the order releasing treatment if the court didn't want to review that.
No, I see. I just found it now. That was signed on, well, at least it's filed on October 28th, and yep, that's the day I signed it. I see that. Okay. Mr. Blazek, have you had any contact with Ms. Reese or anybody running the program or supervising her up at the treatment center?
I did have contact with the treatment center. She left Sunrise Center. Shortly after that, I verified that she was at the Billy Jane Sober Living.
Like when she left the Sunrise Center, was that like she successfully?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
successfully transferred to Sober Living. Her probation supervision was transferred to that county, and she's been reporting and doing what she's supposed to do according to that.
All right, well, let's see how we're going to do this. Mr. Blazek is here from the Department of Corrections. Did I already do appearances? I must have.
Yes, you did.
All right, good. I got counsel. Also joining me via Zoom is Ms. Reese. Ms. Reese, can you see and hear the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep, thank you. So we're here today for a sentencing after the defendant having been found guilty in a couple of probation violations. One of them, a non-technical for being in an absconder status for more than 60 days. It was originally a technical, but after so many days, it became a non-technical. In this case, the defendant was originally convicted of possession of controlled substance methamphetamine, and the original sentence issued by me on or about the 18th of August in 2023 placed her on probation for 36 months with 180 days in jail. I'm not going to go back and obviously justify the sentence as it would have already been done at the original sentencing. So, Mr. Blazek, you're going to present a verbal recommendation.
Yeah, sure.
Ms. Reese, before I'm able to do that, I need to see if you will waive your right to be present. Let me explain. You have, as any defendant does, the right to be physically present in a courtroom when a court gives a sentence. You can waive that, and you can allow me to do it via Zoom. Do you waive that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection to that, Mr. Champion?
No, Your Honor.
I find that the technology is appropriate for doing so. Mr. Blazek, you may go ahead.
Sure. She was originally sentenced on August 18th, 2023 to 36 months probation and 100 days jail for possession of meth. Guidelines are 0 to 17 with a 10-year max. Initially, she was discharged off of her probation unsuccessfully. She was sentenced to 15 days in that file for her failure to appear. Discharge, yeah, 15 days jail and discharge unsuccessfully. Originally, The recommendation was going to be 240 days jail and continued probation. At this time, it appears she's taken full advantage of the opportunity given to her with regard to treatment. So I would just recommend continued probation,
What was her credit, or what's her credit now?
171 days.
Thank you. Mr. Denham.
Your Honor, certainly the record will track that the defendant has had some hiccups in her road to recovery, but in light of the recommendation, in light of the apparent, the fact that the defendant has taken advantage and that she seems to be, at least as of recently, doing well, we would support the recommendation, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Your Honor, Ms. Reese has taken full advantage of this opportunity. She's completed the inpatient program, has transitioned to the sober living. She's doing extremely well in the situation. She's done everything the court has asked for. She's learned her lesson, plus she's learned the skills to maintain her sobriety. I would ask the court to continue probation.
Thank you. Ms. Reese, you have the right to make a statement. Is there anything you wish to say today, ma'am?
Just that I want to first apologize for wasting the court's time, but also I want to say thank you for the opportunity to let me go to treatment. It has really opened my eyes, and I have a better picture on life, I guess you could say. I finished IOP. I have a job. I'm further now in life than I was 2 years ago.
When she apologized for wasting the court's time, the judge stopped her immediately. He explained that helping someone change their life is never a waste. The courtroom isn't only about locking people up, it's about giving people a chance to choose a better path and actually take it.
All right, thank you. Well, you're now 35 years of age, and let's hope that you are picking up on it and going into a new direction. When people apologize, which is okay, I'm not criticizing it, but apologize for, quote, wasting the court's time. I want them to understand, as I would want anyone to understand, you're not wasting the court's time. Nothing about the court in criminal cases, well, there is something, but it's not always about punishment, right? So if we use the court system to punish some defendants in criminal cases that need to be punished with jail time, prison time, so forth. The other thing the courts get to do, and I can tell you I like doing it when it's appropriate, is giving people the opportunity to correct themselves and put themselves on a right path. So I don't want you to ever look back at this court, at this case, at this process, the gentleman in front of me, as a waste of time, because if you end up making better choices and you end up leading a better life for you and your loved ones, well, then we all did our job. That's how I want you to look at this case here with us today. Now, when I did look at Miss Firabento's thing that she gave me back in October, I know it talked about your background and things like that. I made a lot of notes, and none of these notes are at all meant to be negative. For instance, in one sentence, she said, Ms. Reese takes full responsibility for her missed probation obligations, but wishes the court to understand the unique stressors she was under at the time, quote, end quote. Now, I'm not being rude. I'm like, that's not my intent. When I looked at these stressors, they might be individual, but they are not unique. And I'm not saying that to be critical of you. I'm saying that to help get you, maybe encourage you to look at life a little bit differently. And that is, not one of these stressors here, while they are individually important to you, as my stressors are individually important to me, none of them are really unique. And I say that because we all have stressors. I've yet to meet anyone who doesn't have stressors. So, and we all have to learn how to deal with them. So when I tell you I want you to leave here, realize you're not wasting our time, especially if you end up making some good strides. I also want you to understand, we also have our own stressors. We understand stressors, and we all have to find better and healthier ways to deal with them. So I wish you the best. The court continues probation as previously set by this court. The court sentences the defendant to the 180 days with 171 days of credit. Therefore, she has concluded that jail sentence. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, probation continues, fines and costs preserved. All right, Ms. Reese, please don't come back here involuntarily again. You are always welcome to stop by and say, hey, Judge, cool things are going on in my life. That's great. But I hope to never see you ever again in shackles and an orange jumpsuit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now you should be receiving, probably through your probation officer, a piece of paper that at the top says advice of rights. You have the right to appeal the conviction and sentence in your case. That is typically done by filing a claim of right to appeal. However, based upon the original plea in this case, any appeal is done by filing what's called an application for leave to appeal, and it is not a claim of appeal by right. That kind of appeal is only entitled to an individual when they have been convicted at a trial. So if you choose to file an application for leave to appeal, which by the way, there's nothing really to appeal, you can, if you want an attorney, you can fill out a form that'll be given to you by your probation officer and return to the court within 42 days. If you choose not to appeal, you may simply dispose of any copy of the document that you keep. Do you understand this, Reese?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, hold on. There was a thought that I had, but it's Friday. Thoughts are evading me here. Oh, there we go. Keep in mind, your term or condition of probation includes that you are to participate in any treatment program directed to you by your probation officers. You are told to continue and finish the program that you're in, okay? I don't want you to, slap your hands and go yippee and run out of here in an hour. I want you to finish the program. So keep in mind, that's still a term or condition of now your probation. Anything
Okay.
further, Mr. Blazak,
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Champion,
None, Your Honor.
and Mr. Denhoff?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're adjourned.